Hi people, Chilli here, and on this episode I cover the next song on the Black Album, The Unforgiven. An unforgettable horn section builds the intro and would spawn two more follow-up tracks in its wake. Cage the Elephant are alt rockers out of Kentucky and are famous for songs like Cigarette Daydreams and Trouble. They are most often confused for their contemporaries the White Stripes on their breakthrough song Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. Make no mistake, the band make no confusion here, singing in a somber tone with acoustic instruments bar the drumming that isn't overpowering compared to the original. It's a good version of the song, bringing it into a 2021 alt-rock light. Vishal Dadlani, Divine and Shor Police. Vishal Dadlani has a rather deep voice that has made me think that David Draymond was singing. Vishal is a crossover Indian, underground rock and Bollywood artist and sounds awesome. This cover begins with an air of ambient electronic rock before Vishal's near lone vocals loom over lone piano keys, and it is hauntingly magnificent. For most of the song, it's low-key and minimalistic before a slow kind of Spanish rap is done by Divine, who puts the song into a higher tempo. After this, it's back to Vishal for the final bars of the song, and as the song goes into a familiar singing styles of the original, a very good cover. Diet Sig. Alex and Noah make up the duo that are Diet Sig, who are the alt-rockers from New Paltz, New York, and their cover is an interesting blend of somewhat electro-ambience and shoegazer-sounding guitar styles. It's really awesome, and this cover is really catchy. Very different to the original, as the drumming has a dance-like pattern to it and keeps it energetic, but the fuzz of the guitar keeps it grounded. The vocals sound somewhat airy at times, but it feels like it could burst at any second, and every so often the keyboard kicks in with the riff that is a nice touch. Flatbush Zombies, featuring DJ Scratch, are from New York and are famous for bringing their new age East Coast hip-hop sound through sounds like Afterlife, Bounce, Headstone, and New Phone Who Dis. So, what to think? The build-up is there with the horns and gives way to laughter and one smooth beat. This is a truly impressive remix for the track. The song is sung at pieces, but Flatbush do tell an alternative story throughout, and I won't deep dive in it. It's a great cover to hear out, and a fine addition. I recommend listening to it. Hash are a duet piece, Hannah and Ashley from Louisiana. Their styles cover pop, rock, country, and Latin pop, famous for their songs Lo Aprende de Ti and Perdon Person. The approach to this cover is with a lone acoustic guitar with slightly altered chords, which is an interesting arrangement. The vocals are beautifully sung by the duet, which is a stark comparison to the harshly delivered vocals of James Hetfield. At the halfway point, it almost sounds like a hoedown with the bass and drums joining in. The last parts of the song are sung in Spanish and are very interesting as the two harmonize with each other. Jose Madero. He is a musician from Mexico, known as a guitarist for Panda, sometimes styled as PXNDX. His solo works are more acoustic in style. There is some controversy regarding Jose's band Panda regarding plagiarism of other music, and I thought it was weird that the cover he does is Unforgiven. Might be noteworthy to some. As for the song, it's not bad. It's a somewhat electric pop rock cover with a bit of hard hitting later on. It's sung in English opposed to his native tongue, but this may be to honour the original. It's actually a very solid cover, and not bad at all. Moses Sumeny is an odd cat. The best way I can describe his style is acoustic indie at times, electro ambience in other times. Very odd, but very interesting. This can be seen in his most well-known songs Make Out in My Car, Me in 20 Years, and Cut Me. What will draw you to this cover version is the bass at the beginning. It is played so efficiently before taking a back seat to the vocal melodies, but still prominent enough to be heard. And the vocal melodies by Moses are delivered exquisitely. This is an exceptional cover, and I highly recommend listening to this track as well as this artist. Thank you people for listening to this episode of the podcast, and join me on the next episode of Wherever I May Roam.